Hello. If you want to start a business or if you already have one, then this video is for you. Whether you're a small business owner, have a single member business license, or are a freelancer, you're definitely subscribed to and use more than one website and tool. And you probably open a lot of screens while working, so you don't miss anything related to your business. So today I'd like to introduce you to the Solo CEO dashboard. I want to help you save on AI subscriptions and digital platforms for your business without needing any programming experience to use this central dashboard. What does Solo CEO mean? Dashboard? It's a central control panel on the Walid Digital Desk website for business owners. You can monitor and develop everything related to your business, and of course, it's powered by AI. To make it simpler, companies today have many departments like sales, customer service, marketing, finance, and so on. And every employee has tasks to do and log in the company's system. Solo CEO is a central platform for your business, and the employees are 100 AI agents. They replace the need to hire real, expensive employees, and in the end, they still use AI to get their tasks done. Or at least it helps you reduce the number of employees in your business. Or if you're just starting out, you can at least try starting your business on your own first, and then you can add more later. Plus, you'll need a system to track sales, customers, and financial reports. For example, if you want to cover everything in your business today, you'll use several programs, which means you'll need subscriptions. For instance, a sales system from HubSpot will cost you $20 a month. And if you need a finance system like FreshBooks, that's $17 a month. Notion is another program you'll probably use to keep all your company's information in one place. Then you have automation tools like Make, which is $10 a month, or N8N, which is $20 a month. Finally, we have something like ChatGPT, the AI model I use, which costs $20. And if we take Claude, for example, Claude won't be able to handle being given too many tasks, so you'll have to upgrade your subscription to $100. If we add up all these costs and the programs you'll use, it'll be at least $67 a month and could go up to $177 a month. You get all these features and more in a single central dashboard with Solo CEO. And this is what made me come up with the idea of the Solo CEO central dashboard. So let's try using the Solo CEO dashboard now. That's the goal of this video. I want you to see the results with your own eyes, and you can be the judge. In this example, we'll assume that after signing up and subscribing to Solo CEO, we already have a business selling, say, Kuwaiti perfumes through an online store. As soon as we log into the dashboard, it'll ask for some data to help the AI provide results and analysis tailored to the nature of our business. First, it'll ask if you're just thinking of an idea, if you already have a business, or if you want to pivot your existing business. Let's say we're already in business. What is the website or business? We'll call it Kuwaiti Scents, since it's for perfumes. What's the nature of the business? These are all the business types. We'll choose e-commerce and product, meaning physical products. Next, it says describe your business in 3 sentences. So we'll give it a 3-sentence description of our business. We'll write, we sell authentic Kuwaiti perfumes, meaning we sell locally made perfumes online. Keep in mind, the more accurate you are, the better the results of the analysis and tasks the AI performs will be. What is the main product? we put Kuwaiti oud perfumes and fragrance collection, price points, which is the pricing, or let's say the average pricing in our store. We'll put 50 and 500. What sets you apart from the rest or your competitors? We wrote that everything is locally made and that we ship online and offer shipping to other countries. Next, it's asking for our business sector. From the options here, I'll choose Other because it's not listed. Then it asks for a specific niche, which is like the specialty that distinguishes our business sector. We'll choose luxury Gulf fragrance, which is this one. Of course, as I said, I pre-filled the answers to make the video faster. Factory grown fragrances, Arabic perfumes, oud oil collectors. Who is the target audience? Consumers, of course, since we're not B2B. Here it asks for an ideal description of our target customer. So here we put men and women, age, language, culture, anything that can give a more detailed description of the target audience or customers. Who is the market? Place and marketing channels, target, local. We'll put them under social, through social media. Choose global, paid ads, which are the ads you pay for. Monthly revenue, SEO, blog, YouTube. We can put, for example, email marketing. Next, it asks, what is the biggest challenge for the person working on the project? Let's say, for example, getting consistent with online sales so we can have steady sales through the store. And as I said, you don't have to put all these details, or you can put less, but the more details you provide, the better. What is the main goal right now? Grow monthly revenue, get more leads, so we can also increase our customer base. Launch a new product, we can select that. Improve conversion rate. Here, it's asking for the competitors I know. I can leave this blank and the AI will identify my competitors for me. But I've put a few examples here, so let's see what the result will be. These are several places selling perfumes, both in Kuwait and abroad, and they're all online. This is Where Did You Hear About Solo CEO? Let's put YouTube. Then we'll click on Generate Intelligence. This will take about 1 to 2 minutes for it to build all the reports and data related to your business, and it'll set things up as if you have 100 employees working for your company. So let's wait for it to finish, and then we'll see what other features are in the dashboard. And now the dashboard for our business is ready. To make things clearer, we'll go through them tab by tab, so we know exactly how the dashboard helps us. First, this part is for alerts, tips, or recommendations for our business. As I told you, what I did was set up the AI agents to actually act like company employees. So you'll see departments like marketing, customer service, operations, finance, sales, and so on. The same goes for the recommendations or health section. You'll see it presented like a report. And one thing to keep in mind, so we don't miss it, you have the option to talk to the business or the AI, just like you're talking to ChatGPT. And if you have data you want to add to the dashboard, all you have to do is upload it, preferably as a CSV file, which is Excel, to make the data transfer faster. For example, if you're using any other program, if you can export the data to CSV, you can transfer all that information to the dashboard. Let's go to the next section first, which is the CEO office. This is the CEO office where you'll see goals, ideas, and decisions. This will help the AI later when it bases all its decisions, advice, and responses on the goals, ideas, or decisions you've put in the dashboard. Next, we'll go to the next tab, which is clients. You can add them manually by clicking Add Clients and filling in their details, and then it'll be saved. Or, as I mentioned earlier, you can use the consultant, upload the file you want, and it will import the clients once you tell it to. So let's write Walid, for example, and let's put this email, this number, this company, let's say 1,000, and click Add Client. And you'll see how this helps us later. The next tab is Products and Proposals. Since we're selling perfumes, we'll put, for example, Kuwaiti cents, VIP, let's call it, and we'll select physical, meaning it's a tangible product. What's the selling price? Let's say $100. Here, of course, you choose the currency and everything related to the product. And here, it asks how much the product cost you. Let's say the cost was $65. Why am I showing you this? Because you'll see that it calculates your profits and your initial costs, which will also help us later with finance and the business in general. This is the stock, how many units of this product we have, then the description and features. We'll click Add Product. And of course, as you can see, there's an agent here specifically for product-related advice. For example, when we click Advise Me, the AI will immediately analyze everything about your business and give you the best advice. You can also click on History to see previous responses if you use it more later. So you'll see that, for example, it says, based on what you've set up and the product listed, it talks about what you're still missing, and at the same time, it talks about the competitors you entered. So let's move on and see the rest. This is the sales section, which is basically a CRM to some extent, where sales are tracked along with proposals, things like partnership contracts you might want to propose. You can add them here as a lead, and you can use the AI to advise you on every lead you create or proposal you submit to any entity, and it will give you tailored advice. This part is for finance, and now I think the picture will be clearer. Every time we add things like products and their costs, or ad campaigns we run and their costs, you'll see that even though we add them in different sections, they're calculated here as expenses. That's what I wanted to achieve with this dashboard, having everything in one place. And can you add them manually? Yes, you can add them manually, whether it's a invoice, a lead, or an expense like subscriptions, product costs, or whatever. And of course, you can also use this AI CFO advisor to get the best advice on how to reduce costs or increase your profits. This part is for tasks, the things you need to get done. All you have to do is add the task. Instead of using Notion and multiple other programs, I've put everything in one place for you. Plus, when we get to the AI employees, you'll see how all of this is analyzed by the 100 employees we have. This is the customer service system where all complaints and requests are tracked, and of course, everything is measured, like resolved tickets, average response times, and so on. Again, you can add these manually or use the consultant from the start, upload the table or CSV file, and tell it to populate the data for us. This is the content calendar for your business as well as ads. As I said, anything you add here, for example, if we have an ad campaign that costs 500 or whatever, will be added to the finance section, and the total cost of your business and exact profits will be calculated instead of having a mess in your business numbers. This is also a tab for customer personas, which are the profiles of customers most likely to buy from you. You can add them or leave it blank. Here you have market intel. If you have competitors you want to add, just to keep them on your radar and so the AI agents know them too, you can add them here along with their website URL, so they're constantly monitored by Melodic employees. Next, we'll go to the business reports. There's something called a SWOT analysis. A SWOT analysis measures your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and the threats your business might face. It automatically lists what makes your business strong or weak and what opportunities you can seize. And of course, I've set everything to show the source, so I know if it's just giving a generic answer or if it actually read my business data, searched the internet, and gave me a tailored response. Let's close this and go to competitor intelligence. Here, it automatically monitors each competitor, their strengths and weaknesses, and their average pricing. If you remember, we entered these competitors at the beginning and it automatically added them. Keep in mind that this reports page refreshes every week without you doing anything. So by next week, you can see if things have changed, if there are new competitors, if some have left, and so on. Next, let's look at the marketing strategy. It gives you marketing advice or a strategy for your business. For example, it suggests offering discounts, setting up a referral program, and explains how to use each marketing channel to help your business. And it gives you a plan for about 6 months ahead. Then we have the ads playbook, which explains that if you were to run a Facebook ad campaign, for example, you'd need to include these key elements to get the best results from your ad. Next, we go to content strategy. It tells you what you should focus on and the best schedule for creating content for your business. Next is market opportunities. It shows you what opportunities are currently available for you to leverage. For example, it says optimize user experience and conversion rate. It lists everything you need to do to grow your business. This is a full 90-day plan for your business, outlining all the steps you need to take or follow. Here, it shows the trends in your sector. It tells you that there's high demand and growing interest in Middle Eastern, or Arabic fragrances in general. Now we go to competitor analysis. This is a full analysis of your competitor. Plus, we can ask the AI competitor gap finder to identify what we offer that others don't, or what others are missing that we can capitalize on. That's the benefit of the AI competitor gap finder. Let's go to the AI employees. These are all your company employees, everything you do in the company, or let's say all these employees have daily or on-demand tasks. As humans, we usually communicate, send emails, or whatever. Here, all you have to do is go to the AI employee assigned to the task you want done, and they're categorized by department. For example, under marketing, I can write to them for example, what is the best marketing in the month of July? Let's say we want to ask the AI for the best marketing strategy for our business during the month of July. You'll see the AI responding, giving you ideas that can help market your business. And you'll see that each AI has a chat history, so I can go back to previous chats to keep them in mind. There are over 100 employees or AI agents, and they'll all help you with everything related to your business, whether it's finance, customer service, legal matters, or consulting. Pretty much anything a small business would need. That's what made me come up with this idea. I want all the resources that big companies have to be available to small businesses or businesses run by a single person. Here, of course, is the guide, which has step-by-step tutorials on how to use the dashboard. I've put 10 lessons here, which can be considered a basic business course, like lessons on business to help you get started. It's very basic, to be honest. Here we enter a section called the prompt bank. This is a repository of prompts we can use if we want to use ChatGPT, Claude, or others. We use these prompts that you will always need in business to get the best possible results from ChatGPT, for example. Because if you write to it casually or forget details, it might not give you the best response. Here is the export option. For everything here, you can, for example, click on the balance sheet and it will show all the revenue and costs of the project, our plant, and download it, customer leads, sales pipeline, invoices. Right now, because there's no data, there's nothing to download, but once there is data, you can download it. This next feature might seem trivial, but honestly, I love using it personally. Having a database, let's say, for things to copy and paste. For example, if I had an Instagram description, like when you write a caption, we'll put whatever the content is and assign a category if needed, then click Save. After that, I can just click this button to copy and paste it. It's a very simple thing, but I use it a lot and wanted to include it for you. We also have a free Notion template. If you use Notion, I've made a complete Notion dashboard for business owners, though it's still better to use this dashboard instead of Notion. But if you prefer Notion, you can use it. All you have to do is click duplicate, and it's the same concept of having everything related to your business in one place. Finally, we have N8N. If you're familiar with N8N, it's an app that helps with automation, making your workflow more automatic. You'll need some JSON code to copy and paste. Just click download and it will download the code for you. When you go to N8N, you just copy and paste this code and you won't have to do anything else. I've also included a guide on how to install N8N locally, meaning instead of paying for a subscription, you'll have this feature here with all the explanations. But to be honest, the initial idea with N8N was just to offer templates. But deep down, I didn't want to give you something tedious where you have to deal with technical or programming stuff. The alternative is the Solo CEO dashboard. Solo CEO gives you the complete infrastructure that any business needs, fully powered by AI tailored to your project instead of using ChatGPT and getting generic responses. It also saves you money on subscriptions for multiple programs or websites. We've brought multiple websites and applications together into one place, customized for your business to help you succeed, God willing. Also, since we're just launching this project, I'd like to offer you a special 30% discount on all subscriptions, or if you don't want a subscription and prefer the one-time payment offer, you can use the same code for a 30% discount. I'll leave the website link in the video description. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video, God willing.